Gervonta Tank Davis, the self-proclaimed face of boxing, switches trainers leading up to the rematch with Lamont Roach. I still have no idea why he actually switched trainers in the first place. And Calvin Ford has been his trainer for a very long time, so it was just one fight that he was not his trainer. For the first Lamont Roach fight, he was training at the Headbangers gym. And I already see all the excuses why Tank Davis did not look good in that one fight. And I'm pretty sure they're already making that an excuse that Calvin Ford was not on his side, so he was not able to fight the way he does. As we all know, the fight with Lamont Roach and Tank Davis went to a draw, and some people even say that Lamont Roach won. But I really did not even like the fight. The fight was very boring, not a lot of action thrown. It reminded me of a Shakur Stevenson or a Devin Haney fight. Now, it wasn't that boring. They had just a little bit more action, but it was still very boring. As we all know how Tank Davis fights, he first downloads his opponents before Tank Davis throws any punches. Tank hardly ever attacks first. He waits for you to attack so he could study you, then he will attack. I remember the Frank Martin fight. Frank Martin was attacking and he was just downloading him, and I believe Frank Martin was winning until he got knocked out. So they told him in the corner to step on the gas, and that's when he stopped Frank Martin because everybody told him he was losing, and you can tell his frustration as well. Same thing with the Lamont Roach, the first fight. It was very boring. Not a lot of punches were thrown, and they were both fighting like they were both waiting for any of them to make a mistake. They were both fighting like counterpunchers, and both of them were just waiting for each other to make a mistake so the other one can capitalize. So this is what made this fight very boring. Nobody really threw a punch, and it was similar to a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson fight, but not quite as bad, but still pretty bad. As most of the boxing world puts Tank Davis in high regard and expect more from him, but he met his match with Lamont Roach. They're both very patient fighters, and neither one will throw a punch until the other one does. So I hope the changes with Calvin Ford will make it for a more entertaining fight. But even with Calvin Ford, Tank Davis has always been a patient fighter. And yes guys, this is the same fight where Tank Davis actually took a knee because some baby oil or some grease went into his eye. And I know I did say that Tank Davis is a very patient fighter, but as soon as he took that knee, he stepped it up. And I do see that Lamont Roach is very good when he's a patient fighter, but when Tank Davis stepped it up, you can tell Lamont Roach was worried and he was very uncomfortable. I don't know if he can take that kind of pressure against Tank. When they were both fighting at a slow pace, you can tell he was not making that many mistakes, but when Tank Davis stepped it up, you can tell he started to make mistakes. But Tank only stepped it up for that one round. On the next round, he went fighting the same way he was earlier. And some people say that Lamont Roach did good because he knows Tank Davis well, because they both fought in the amateurs. Tank Davis beat Lamont Roach twice in split decision fights. But I believe it goes both ways, just like Terrence Crawford. Just like Tank Davis knows Lamont Roach knows Tank Davis. And I say Crawford goes both ways because I thought he was married, and I believe he had 6 kids with that one chick. I guess she was a plus woman. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with the girl being a little bit overweight. There's a lot of guys that love women that are a little bit overweight. I know I'm digressing a little bit, but I think I need to talk about this. What's up with Terrence Crawford holding Turki Al-Sheik's hand in a Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view event? This is when Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez did their face-off. Hey, I just really believe Terrence Crawford likes chunky guys and chunky girls. I believe he said he was single to impress Turki Al-Sheik. Turki Al-Sheik wants Terrence Crawford all to himself. And some people are gonna say that's Turki Al-Sheik culture. Well, what's up with Terrence Crawford's culture? Ain't Turki Al-Sheik gonna respect Terrence Crawford's culture? Now, I do know every single man got his prize. And if you wanna hold Terrence Crawford's hand, all you gotta do is give him $50 million for a fight. Then you could hold his hand in a pay-per-view event in front of the whole boxing world on a Canelo card. On the post-fight press conference in the middle of the ring when everybody is watching. You made sure everybody was watching, Turkey. Don't worry, he is all yours, bro. Hey, Terrence Crawford, don't blame anybody. Blame your actions, only blame yourself. You knew it was on TV. You know I talk shit, bro. Don't give me any ammo. But remember this, guys, I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you wanna hop on your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. I got a roll. Peace.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!